Corsair Spec-02. This is actually what I use for my main build. Now if you're wondering what kind of case this is a mid-tower case. We'll start by saying that this case is for around $60. Yes, just $60. Alright, so let's start by the features here. So on the front panel here, you got an LED light, you got your two bins for either your DVD, your SD card reader, all that jazz. Now if we go up here, you got your power button, two USB 3.0s, headphone jack, microphone jack, reset button, and also a hard drive LED light. This is why I bought the case in the first place, because it had a fan in the front that was, you know, kind of open and there was an LED light. Alright, so right down here you can put another fan in the case, but this case has this kind of weird design here. So some people are wondering if you can actually put stickers on here, and yes, you can. I put all these stickers over here. You got the Corsair logo down there. Right here, you can actually remove this, and once you remove this cover over here, you can get to the filter, the fans, all that jazz, so you can clean out the filter if you want. And also you can get to the LED light over here if you open this. And if we go ahead and move on, and over here on the side we got the opening to see all your components and your fans and whatnot, so that's very cool. Alright, so moving up to the top here, we got mesh. This is to put some fans up here, a radiator for a liquid cooler, you know, whatever you want basically. So what I'm going to basically do now is I'm going to open up this case, and I'm going to show you all the components inside the case. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and opened up the side panel here. Now as you can see here, this radiator right here, this CPU fan, is quite large. Now guess how much that radiator is? $30. Just 30 bucks for that right there. And this is the #1 CPU cooler that, you know, most people when they buy a CPU cooler, it's either this or the H100. It's always been like that. And I'm not trying to say that which one is better, but this competes with liquid coolers. I'm telling you, this thing it's awesome. I mean, I didn't even need to go and buy a liquid cooler. My CPU stays really cool at 4.7 gigahertz on full load with this cooler. That of course being, I use Arctic Silver 5 with it, which is a thermal compound. We'll get to that later in another video. Anyways, so let's get back to the case. Alright, so one feature that I like about this case is that you can put 6 fans in this case. That might not sound a lot to you, but like I said, this case is for $60 and you get all these features. And it just drives me nuts that this case has a lot of features for $60. So you can put a fan back there, you can put 2 fans up there. If we go down here, you can put a fan over here. And of course, you can also put 1 fan there and another fan right there. Alright, so you can fit 3 drives in this case, whether it's an SSD, a hard drive, it doesn't really matter, it fits. Over there we got the power supply. That's the Corsair CX600, a very good power supply, very efficient. Somebody asked me if this case does it have good cable management. I would say it has decent cable management. It's not the best, but it's good. This case is quite large for graphics card. So if you have a graphics card that has a radiator with 3 fans on it, it'll fit in this case, trust me. Moving on to the motherboard. So this case fits the ATX motherboards and smaller. So right there I've got the ASUS 990FX Pro 2.0, and I've got to say that this motherboard is very good at overclocking. It's got great overclocking abilities. So if you're going for an AMD build with this case right here, I highly recommend that motherboard. All my specs will be on the screen somewhere in the video and in the description if you're just wondering. I want to get to the back of the case, but I don't want to do that right now. Some people aren't interested. If you want to see the case naked without any components in it, I'll link my other video for you guys to see that. I go over every single feature in this case. and I show you guys pretty much everything. And some people wonder, does this case have mounting brackets already on it? And the answer to that is yes. You don't need any brackets for your motherboard. They're already installed in your case, so you don't need that. This case also comes with a lot of screws, so some people wanted to know that. Basically, this is a very good case. I highly recommend it to people who are on a budget. Myself, I wasn't really on a budget, but I decided to go with this case because it looked great. In my opinion, this is one of the best looking cases that I've seen so far. But you know, it's not the best case out there, but it's quite good for what it does. Alright, so airflow. A lot of people wanted to know this. Airflow is amazing in this case. So basically, the air comes in through the LED fan. So over here, if I put my hand here, cool air is coming in, and that cool air goes to the graphics card and the CPU cooler. And what the CPU cooler does is that it pushes the air through the radiator, and then this one sucks the air out of the case, which is very handy. You can have another setup here. You can have a case down here that sucks the air, and then you can have two up here, and then there's a lot of things you can do with this case. I'm not gonna go into everything, but also a lot of people were asking about liquid coolers. Does this fit the H100i, I think it's the 105 or something? Basically, this fits all the liquid coolers that I know of. I didn't see anybody who couldn't really fit a liquid cooler in this. So liquid coolers, yes, they do fit in here. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like button. It would help me out tremendously. And I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe. Peace.